my microscope. There we go. 84. Zinc. I'm just going to go over this quick. Just kind of look for doubling and big die cracks. I mean, I don't expect much out of a lot of zinc pennies other than a die crack that looks interesting. If it has any interest to me, I'll keep it. I'm just gonna move along. If you're wondering what I got as far as a setup for my coins, I'll show you that. Using I'll put one down. Using the coaster is not only does it move around nicely, and being I have this in a drawer, I could move things around. Uh, that was kind of by accident. But if you want to look at more detail of a coin, you can lift up on the coaster a little bit, and it'll show you the reflection. You know, the bending of the light. A lot of times it's hard to see with the light from the microscope. It's too bright, especially on shinier coins. I very rarely check the back of these. I got a little bit of edge. You know, what is that, an overstrike on this one. It's not enough to make it an issue for me. No doubling. Let that go. I'll pull out an older looking. Well, this one's probably mid-90s. Yeah, 92. These I go over kind of quick too, because you know they're ratty for the most part. But if I do have a nice looking coin, I'll put it aside. Up to the zinc. 07, same thing. These zinc coins are a mess. Sometimes I don't even bother checking the back unless there's a serious doubling going on or die crack. I'll look at it quick. 21. See, you can lift up on the coaster. You can see the refractions. I like about that. Back, new one, nothing. In the pile. Let's see what we got here. There you go, 76. Nice, good condition. 76. It's a little offset. Nothing horrible. Nice looking coin. And this will go into the copper pile, which I just checked. Copper's well over $4. So yeah, 3-4 cents for a penny. 83D. I always want to check these. In case one slip through is copper. You got to get out the scale. Just look for any doubling. Everything's clean. I'm going to go ahead. Bring out the scale. 76. It's copper. Looks like it was victim of the parking lot. Look at that coin, huh? Actually looks nice. The artwork. I'm going to the copper pile. Let's see, what do we got here? 23. I heard of the VDB on the 24. Has an extra V on it. I haven't really found any errors of these modern pennies. Still check them quick. Yeah, most guys, they do these videos, they just speed them up quick. I'm gonna go slow and do more quality. With every coin, you know, I like to do it live. You can see if I find something, and it can be boring. Just show what I'm looking at. Like I lift up on the coaster, I could see a little, you know, indentation along the rim. Nothing significant. Move that in a little bit. Let's try to pick one of the older looking ones. 1982. That looks like a large date. No doubt it's copper. I'm just gonna check for any errors. See, even on the older coins, you lift up on the coaster, you can see, get a better look what's going on. But this one warrants me to check the weight, just because. Could be a zinc. And check it to make sure it's copper. Yeah, 3.0. It's a 3.6 cents penny. 1885. Yeah. Nice, got a nice patina for a zinc penny. The early zincs were, I think, they coated better than say definitely the later ones. Starting in the early 90s, the zinc, you know, got pretty nasty. For example, I didn't look at the date. I'm going to say this is early 90s. Early 80s. This is an 82 zinc, no doubt. But we have the scale out. Let's check it. 2.5. See, we got a misalignment going on. It's very light on this side. It's very heavy on the bottom. It's a small date. I've been, besides being far away from the rim, the 2 has more of a curve to it, which makes it the small date. See, there's more of a swan neck curve to it. That's how I tell. Plus, you know, the distance. So, being at zinc, I'll check it anyway for errors, and off into the zinc pile. 18, nothing going on here. Another ratty coin. Same deal. Nothing special. Let's see what we got. 87. See, this one's got, see, by lifting up on the coaster, I could see that doubling. You can go further. Actually see where the rim has been struck. A lot of times that causes doubling in the coin. You know, the double die. Being it's a zinc coin, even the doubling, unless it's something severe like a big jump, I don't see any value in it. You get $1. I don't know. maybe 23. See, even lifting up on the edge, you can check for that VDB. Instead of going flat against the microscope, the base, you put it on the coaster. It works good. Let's pick this one here. 82. Now that's a large date. So very pretty, nice patina. No doubt it's copper. Let's just check the back. Going on the scale, 3.1. 16. The zinc mess. The back. The only thing I would save is a really big die break, die clash. Maybe a really bad grease problem. Other than that, another 82. Now, see this too is more of a straight neck on it. That happens with the large date. Alright. Now, if this one's not copper, no doubt, but we're gonna check it. Oh, it is copper. Alright. I'm sorry, I had 83 on my mind. Yeah, 82 large date copper. Nothing. A little hard on the rim there, but nothing serious. Let's see. No doubling. I just got the 82s and 83s confused. I'm going to be staring at an 82D small date copper, just staring at it. That's my hopes. Someday, there's still some out there. Oh, it's nice about the coaster as well. Holding it by the tab, the duct tape. It's easy to flip it around, move it, and try it out. You'll like it. Now, upside down, doesn't matter. You lift it, you can see the date better. Nothing's going on. 2021. Yeah, modern day ratty coin. Let's look back here. 64. So if you want to really check for any kind of doubling, a coin in this condition, I'd say it's good to very, not fine, good to very good, good grade. If you did find a little doubling in it, it'd be worth a few bucks. Look at the back. Copper. Another 05. These zinc pennies was a big disservice, I'll tell you. Yeah, that T, a light strike on the top. That T is almost gone. Has no value to me. 17 minutes. All right. 16. I don't bother checking the back. I'll do it anyway. Never know. Could have a really bad die clash, or I like the delamination of the coin. Now 73. Now that 3 has a line in it, almost like a jump during the strike. You can see along the edge, you got a little edging. It's not a definitive double, but you could tell has a little. It's a good reason to check the back. And if need be, I could zoom in, get a little closer. And I could raise the coin as well. Get closer yet. Yeah, this has, the 3 has a little edging. I'm not gonna get excited over that. Check out the back, zoomed in. Show the edging up there. But, you know, to me it's just another copper coin. Zoom back out. I need to be that close. Get a coin in there. $2016. I see a lot of people just pass over that. There's coins from the heavy zinc era. What an era, huh? Looks like a crack right there. Sometimes the cracks, the minor die cracks, actually cause that corrosion, that zinc, the zinc cancer to start. It's sometimes a telltale sign of a deep scratch or a crack. It gets past the copper edging, and these coins are horrible. You still look at them. You never know. I got a back of a zinc. I don't know what that is. Should start with the front. 82. Yeah, it's got a little ring on that one. That's under the 8. I always like to look at them to make sure there's nothing going on. We're going to weigh this one. I'm sure it's a zinc. Now that's crazy. 3.1. Looking at that, you would think that's a zinc penny. But it's 3.1. It's a copper penny. Large state. It's probably in a bad place, but it's going in the copper pile. That's how it threw me. That fooled me. 95. You got that edging above "We Trust." You got that. Offset or a heavy strike. It's not doing anything though. Same thing on the back. You got a little bit going across the A on the top. It's not enough to get me excited. $16. I didn't even look at it. Blow the back. I ain't gonna bother. Even if it had a good doubling on it, it ain't worth it. All that mess on there. Excuse me. 2020. I mean, if it had something like really bad misalignment, it's still all that zinc cancer. That's what I'm gonna call it. It's just, it doesn't even make it worth it. But you got to go through the pennies, especially with these uh, bankrolls. I don't know where they're getting all the coins from, but I found wheat pennies. I found some really nice stuff. Check the back. I'm bother checking the back on these. There's some 60s and 70s, nice, oh, you know, almost very fine condition. This one, 2017. There's just something about these 2017 Philly pennies. I just can't stand them. I don't know why. It's just, I think that was the first year they started putting that P on the bottom of the date. This is, yeah. Never saw anything nice about that coin. Here you go. You got a Grease Monster, 1983. This one's got, it's got suds. Where's SpongeBob? See, now this coin's actually got enough of a grease damage to it. It'll become a desirable coin, somewhat. I'm gonna put it in my pile to look at later. And you get a lot of grease. It ends up breaking a coin. See this one's in nice shape. Got nice toning for a zinc penny. Look at that. I'm going to save that one just because at 2.5 back in the pile. Microscope. Just gonna grab them as I go. 2020. Nothing. Looking for that doubling in the ear. If that was a 24 or 23, I don't recall. It's nice about having the coaster with the tape on it. You can really find those kind of errors. Nothing here. Yeah, because you're picking it up and your finger's not in the way. Yeah, here. 2015. As you can tell if it's a die chip this way. I don't see anything here. You know, you get a small die chip. It's got to be something substantial. You know, people look, oh, I got a die chip. It's a tiny little thing on a 15 zinc penny. To me, it's not worth it. I'm recording because 22. Going on with that. $18.88. See, there you go. We got the coin crack. It's from a misalignment, caused a crack, and when you lift up on the coaster, you can see it better. This doesn't interest me much because I see a lot of it, especially in the 80s. You got a lot of that cracking going on. If it was a non-zinc penny, I might get a little excited about it, but you know, this zinc stuff, I wouldn't even put this aside and just send it back to the bank. Yeah, I know it's a nice crack, but it's Out of here. See so many. Gotta find 100 of them in here. So here's another one, 89. That's a small crack along the left side of the Liberty edge. But there's so much of it. I'm not gonna see on the back, the obverse. You got that ringing effect. There's overstrike, or understrike, or a hard strike. Well, the terminology. I know it doesn't do anything for me. So you're getting down to the bottom. Let's see, what do we got here? 15. One ear. Shielded back. Nothing special. 21. I didn't see the back like that. There's nothing on it. Also, the tape on the coaster, you see how I'm moving a coin around quick. You know, you want to move around quick, you can do it. And it's less fatigue. You know, hunting for coins, I mean, it could wear you out. I got my hand resting on the drawer. It's kind of using my fingers to move the coin around. Horrible. See anything else in here? Yeah, this one's covered in mud. What a nightmare. A 2016. Because of that scratch, you got water under the cladding, moisture. It's all it takes. And zinc, once it gets a little bit of a trapped moisture, it causes that. If it's electrolysis, zinc cancer, 2014. The shield, average looking shield coin. Some kid will collect it someday. 19. It almost looks like the cladding came off. I don't see an edge. It's more of the cancer. It's got a little a scratch on the cheek. Yeah, it's probably a scratch. A dye break. AJ. No. 4 more. 2019. So this is one of the not so good rolls. I've got 31 minutes into this one. 22. Let's check for that ear. I did get a VDB with a V in it, but it was a 23. And this looks interesting. It's an 83. It's misaligned. 83. It's supposed to be zinc. I'm going to check it. $2.5. That's zinc. But it is a nice looking coin. For zinc. Say if this had a little doubling on it, I would put it aside. Other than that, it's just a Nice looking. You know, you look at it off the microscope, you know, bring it into the regular. It's probably not worth anything. Maybe I'll pay for the roll. 50 cents? Maybe? Got a little bit of rim problem. Let's see. Got 21. Why am I looking at that hard? It's a 21. Alright, this one's done. That's one roll down. I'm gonna pause the video. More wasting time. Gonna get right on it. 14. Nothing. Gonna move along faster with these modern coins. Very shiny. That's a very bright 16. Been laying around for a few years. Very good condition. Little, looks like a bag chip right there or something. Yeah, right above the shield they got a little bit of die chip. I've seen them with these coins. So you got a little debris. Look by the end. That's a scratch. But yeah, you get some nice looking die chips on those coins, the shield coins. Now and then. 5. There's something with that G. What's going on here? No. 5. Oh. Start seeing things. Like 93. Got a little edging there. Lift up on the coaster. I get excited about a 93 with edging. Nothing. New here. We got 2011. That's a little misalignment. Nothing crazy. Let's check the back real quick. A heavy strike along the edge. Nothing. A very shiny 18. Something going on with the ear. The earlobe. Always check the VDBs. looks like a little doubling going on. I know it's not, it's just a shadow. These coins, especially under the microscope, they cast shadows. Almost look like doubling. That one. A few more shiny ones, and then 1990. Look at that. You see where the side has a hard strike on the left that caused that zinc issue. No. What do we got here? Now you see, look at the coloration of the 77. That's a scratch on my nose. Very light. Little misalignment. Up to 77. You look at the coins 40 years old, 50 years old, and they look like this. You have to stop and say, I really don't want to just melt this coin. You cash it in for copper. I'm going to save all my coppers. But a lot of people end up melting these coins. If you look at one day a kid finds it, puts it in his book. This is a mess. 95. Look at the back. I wasted my time on that. What do we have here? There you go. A mighty dirty weedy. 46. Let's look at the back. Oh yeah, he's seen his better day. Almost looks like a steel penny. I know it ain't. I can say that for sure. They got copper on the edging. That'd be funny if that was a steel penny. It's not. Just mighty grungy. I don't see many like this. Alright, I'm gonna put you. I put it in my Budweiser mug. My Wheaties. It's still a Wheatie. 95. Edging, speckling. Nothing. I was saying about these rolls, I mean, it's so random, potpourri, what you get. It seems like comes people with years and years of just saving change, and they throwing them in jugs, and they end up getting rolled up by this place. Which it's kind of nice. 81 copper. Yeah, it's a mess. I would even suspect that this coin was just touching a zinc penny for too long a period. Ended up getting affected by it. But it's going in a copper. do we got here? $81. Another 81. Let's check the back. Nothing odd. It's just a run-of-the-mill 81. Let's see what we got here. 18. It's a vertical woody. I don't see too many like that. Usually the grease runs out across it, up and down. Enough of that. 1980. I think the 1980 penny is probably the most vintage penny. I could be wrong, but you see a lot. Double dyeing going on here. Copper pile. It's reflection. ADB's intact. Very shiny 16. To the bank. 22. Don't look at it too hard. What we got here? 2000. I like the way that looks. 2000. That was the year we're all supposed to die. Eh? We'll be judged. I remember that. All the computers went crazy. And, you know, they didn't go crazy. And it was Armageddon Day. It never happened. Yeah, people get hysterical over it. But yeah, I remember that. It was a different time, let me tell you. 95. 90, just a good 95. Well, mediocre 95, I'll say that. Back in there. What do we got here? I don't see what that is. Zinc cancer all over the place. You got a big little bit of rimming going on there. A 16. See, even if this had a bad crack, I have no interest in it. What do we have here? 82. Alright. Straighten that out a little bit. They could also spin the coin too. 82. Now, that's definitely a large date. This looks like a die crack right in the middle there. I think so. You gotta weigh it. It's copper. It's worth the penny. What do we got here? 84. What's going on with you? Oh, you got stuck in the washing machine. At the laundromat. nothing special. Then run and waste my time. And the die crack and the W. Okay, a mess. I don't know why I bother looking at the back. Don't ask me what I'm looking for. I have no idea. Just that anything that looks unusual. Kind of stumble on something. There's a weak strike, greasy. The quality of coins is horrible. So this one's got a little bit of gold luster. 83. Offset right here. A little bit. Not good. See what we got on the back. That one should be zinc. We'll check. 2.6. Yes, sir. What we got here? Now look at that 73, huh? Beautiful. Circulated 73. 50 years old. He's stuck in a coin bucket for 50 years. And 48. And nothing going on. And it's not a great looking coin, but it's up there. It has a nice eye appeal. Throw it in there, copper. Some kid find it. That's how it all starts, you know. Coin collecting. Usually, I say, you're a Cub Scout, 8 years old. You start getting interested in coins. That's what I did. And then with the metal detector, get a metal detector. Then anything comes to silver, anything can be found. I found a 1864, 18. It was a seated dime, and it looked like it was just made. It was in very fine condition. Not a speck on it. You know, with the arrows. And back in the day, it was worth over $80. Back in the 70s, 80s. And I found it about 8 to 10 inches down in the ground. You'd never ever, you know, walk across that field and expect to find a coin that's been down there for 100 years and come out in that condition. I plucked it out of the ground. A beautiful coin. I still have it somewhere. I'll look for it. There's a arrows at the date version. I think it was 1864 with arrows. Something like that. And how many mercury dimes and barber quarters and walking hairs. I mean, basically anything goes. I mean, anything any coin that ends up at a bank in somebody's, jar or jug, you get a good chance of finding something worthy, but chances are anything circulated is already going to be picked through. Especially when you know what you're looking for. My uncle, he's the one who got me started. He pulled out a 42/1 Mercury dime from my mother's cash register back in the mid to late 50s, 57. He's like, you got any funny looking dimes? He's like, this one has a little scribble on it. It was a 42/1 Merc. Nice hit. I don't know where that dime went. But, point is, I mean, they're out there and people know what they're looking at. They're going to grab them. You get the woman who ends up, man, gets a coin and change and throws it in a jug and never gives it a thought. 50, 60 years later, it gets put through a rolling machine and you got a nice crack here. 15. I don't know what's going on with you, 15. I don't know. That is a crack. It should show through on the other side. Let's see. On the bottom, so that would be the top. I'm not even gonna give it a. Could be a scratch. Could be a deep scratch. If it was a copper coin, I'd give it a little more look over, but what we got here? 1999. That's a mess. This is a giant double dime. Get rid of it. Four. Backside of you. '86. I don't know. Just as coins didn't exist. 1961. I was 1 year old. What a nice field on this coin. A little bit of edging by the Y there, but overall nice wear down on that coin. A little chip in the head. The only spot really. Not a nice looking coin. That's the kind of coin you wish you found a nice error on. Ain't happening. Alright, 61. Yeah. I'll put you in gently. Yeah, nice coin. I get excited over 60s. Now, I've seen people talk about the 70, I think it was a 76 or 75 with the solid D. I mean, it looks like it's filled in. I don't know. Is that an error? I don't see an S under it, or a doubling. It's just a messy strike. 36. Maybe get light at the top here. I think from the heaviness of the planchet with the building, it presses hard in one area or the other, and it gets light up on the top. That's my guess. I'm sticking with it. You see a lot. You see coins in fairly decent shape, but the states are all worn out. On near the top. What was that? Was it 76D? It's a nice looking coin. It's fair to good. It's like a fair plus to good. We got another 72. Dirty coin. Doubling. $16. Bother looking at the back. My question is, if you do find something decent in a zinc-clad penny, is it going to rot one day? Is it going to turn? You have to seal it. You have to coat it with something, to prevent it. What do you do? If you know, let me know. I don't have an answer for that. Just say you find a really good double die, and you just sit there and watch it rot away. Is that what happens? There's something wonky going on with the ear. I'm going to give this one a little flip here. Let's see what's going on with that ear. Yeah. Yeah, you think about it. What is it? 03? Coin's 20 years old. Not too bad. I think it's been circulated for 20 years. It's a good specimen. Someone's book. Go back to microscope. 16. Going on here. Check, double check. So when you say, there's nothing in, it turns out to be something. And let that one go. Grab this one. 74. What a year it was. You can just go back for one day, huh? Just turn on the radio and listen to the hits of 1974. That'd be something. Smell the cars going by. If you're older than 40, you know what I'm talking about. You saw the cars, you heard the cars, but you smelt them the most. And that's some nice luster on that 74. I gotta stop just Sometimes, yeah, just dirt. Well, into the copper file. Some kid will like it. I would have liked it. Look at the mess of that coin. Jeez. I mean, you got that's 74, and then you got this 30 years later, and the coins look like that. I mean, come on. Whose idea was it? It costs too much to make a copper penny. Well then, I don't know, make them out of steel. I don't think you would have the same problem. You have rusty pennies, but then anything circulated would just be worn down steel. The whole copper cladding over zinc was, in my opinion, a big mistake. Look at that 81. Look at that 2001 pennies, all rotted. This one, 81, still looking great. Old copper. That's a nice looking coin. It's a little offset, you know. I mean, under normal lighting, has a nice luster to it. What do we got going down in the middle there? Is that a die crack? Be a scratch. We gotta get a better look at you. Oh yeah, just a scratch. Be nice if it ran off that building and went right down the bottom and split for daylight. But that's not happening. Alright. Okay, that roll is done. Finish it off on a nice looking 81. You know, good condition. I'd say it's very good. There's issues, but I mean, it has a toning, luster. Maybe it isn't very good. I'm not a grader, but you know, definitely not a mint state grader. But I'm gonna go ahead.